G'day all, it's Colin from PCTLC and thanks for joining me. Well, I've been on holidays for a week, so back into it. Got a distro challenge for this week. I've chosen my own. It's Antix. So this one has improved my Linux challenge because I'm faced with a few challenges that I used to be faced with quite a few years ago, but you don't really face them as much now. But when it comes to internet, I was a little bit confused, so I'll show you what's going on there. Running live at the moment, we're going to do an install, but this is what I was trying to deal with here. We got the network here. Now I had to run this one here, and I'll just show you that it's a terminal interface. So I'd come down to this one here and pressed enter, and it's asking me to reconfigure, so I can't show you. Well, we might be able to, if I go reconfigure, and I think I went Roam, and I changed this one to auto. So press the space bar, allows you to save that. And I went down, I'm sure I pressed save, and I'm pressing the tab key to move that cursor around. So press OK on that, confirm that yes, and then just go down to accept. And then press the enter key to continue. I'm pretty sure that's what I did. And then I had to come here and configure the WA supplicant, and then that came in and started scanning. Now I did a scan and these came up, so it's probably not the same as it was before. I think I'll close that because I'm hoping that my internet is still working. So we'll just, let's just get rid of not associated, and that one's running. Okay, so it was something along those lines. I hope Dolphin watches this video. Might be able to chat with him about it next week, but I'm sure that's the right way to go. It used to have a WICD, I think Wicked or something. Now I'm not sure, because that's the way you normally set up these older distros, or I'm sure with Wicked, but it's not there. So I was a bit confused on how to set that up. So anyway, I've got it going, and I'm going to have to do it again once I install. So and I can't show you that process because I cannot install Simple Screen Recorder until I get it done. So that's what I've been up to so far. So let's single click here in Antix. So I'll just click on install. You can choose between Stretch Stable, Testing Experts, SID Unstable, which is for experts. Let's see, if you do not know what to do, choose Cancel, and Stretch Stable repositories will be used and the installer will begin. Well, I might just go for, I always get confused which one's which on Debian, to be honest. So let's have a look. Stretch, Testing, and SID. I'm not sure which is the best cutting edge one to go with, but Stretch I know will probably have a few old packages. So I think I'll go SID. I'm pretty sure a few people go SID, so let's try that anyway. Okay, yep, repositories are set to SID, so let's try that. I'm pretty sure SID is the best one to use. If not, I'll probably soon find out. Okay, so a few things you see here may be very similar to what you see in MX, because MX is based off of Antix, so they have a lot of similarities. Antix Linux is an independent Linux distribution based on Debian stable. Antix Linux uses some components from Mepis Linux which are released under an Apache free license. Some Mepis components have been modified for Antix Linux. Okay, so let's choose our disk. Yep, it's going to be that one now. Custom install. Run partition tool, see what that brings us up. It's got to remember what partitions I've got in here now. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure. Cancel that. Okay, so I've got ext4. SDA3 is where I'm installing to. I've got a media data. So SDA3. Okay. And I've got a boot partition FAT32, but you can't use that with Antix, I don't think. So my root partition is SDA3, swap partition is SDA2, and my home partition will be root for sure. File system type is ext4. And let's go next. So we're going to install a grub to for Linux and Windows on ESP. So normally that's what I use the FAT32 partition for, is the ESP, but so this brings up its own ESP. I was dual booting something with I think it was with on my laptop with many partitions, and I had to, I think, share this with another one, with another operating system, and use its whatever was booting first. I think, I can't remember exactly what happened, but when it's on its own like this, it's not a problem, so that should boot fine, I would think. Yeah, let's go. And if you have a read on the side there was some information about your grub on the last screen. And ESP is basically for your UEFI. Computer name. Antix Lenovo. I'll just leave the other one blank. Oh, shouldn't have done that, should I? Oh. Back button's not working. I wasn't supposed to do that. I might have to close and start again, I think. Why can't I go back? What did I miss out on? Let's try that again. Accidentally did that. So I suppose the advantages of my messing up is get another look at this information on the left hand side here. By default, grub2 is installed in the master boot record, or ESP, which is EFI system partition, for 64-bit UEFI boot systems of your boot drive, and replaces the bootloader you were using before. So ESP for that. Next. Okay, so we are back to where we were. That's Antix Lenovo. Click next. So it was the time I missed out on. I like to have 24-hour time. Australia, Perth. Now we can go next. Default user login name, which is my name. And our installation is finished. Do we want to reboot now? No, we don't, because I need to save my recording. So I will do that on a USB. So I'm going to have to unplug my microphone. So that's the end of the installation. And by the way, just while we're on it, this thing is blazingly fast. And I am running on a low spec laptop via USB, so it's running pretty good. So I'm going to stop the recording here, and then I'll be back into the live desktop as long the post install desktop as long as everything went according to plan. So here we are back in the desktop the next day. Had trouble trying to get my internet going, and it's still actually not up there. So been busy doing some painting around the house. So I've got to remember what I did to get this up and running, which was just got to think now. Went to the control center, that's right. Now we got network. Now the network doesn't start automatically now. Actually, this one I might not need to do that. Configure WPA is probably what I need to do. Manage networks. Okay. So still haven't got network up and running yet. So I don't know what we need to do to get it up and running again. The only thing I can think of is this thing here. Configure that. Roam. I did auto before. I would have thought that would have done the auto startup, but maybe that's not what that means anyway. Except alright, so that still hasn't got me anywhere. Status is disconnected, and this is what keeps happening. Reconnect does not reconnect. So it's probably my, let's go connect here, see if that does anything. I'll know when I'm connected because it'll be showing up on this conky. Always does. So status will be disconnected for sure. Status disconnected. Let's quit that. Let's go to control panel again. What we can do is go to maintenance, network troubleshooting. I know I did that. So I'm just going to have to go off memory here. I lost my notes. So unblock Wi-Fi devices. I've done that. Window drivers. Install the NDSI wrapper, or whatever it's called. Successful. Okay, so remember we are offline, so what we can do now is go to network interfaces, wireless, remove the existing one, go to that, go to Roam. We'll leave it on allow hot plugging. We'll save that. Okay. Yes, and accept. So that's now we've got internet. So there you go, internet's working. So let's just double check that on the web browser. So that takes us to the Antix forum. So that's the internet going. Now the challenge is how to keep it there. I'm not really sure. Okay, so we'll just put an addition onto here just to let you know what I've done with Wi-Fi. I've got Wi-Fi connected automatically now. So what I did, sent a little message to Dolphin. He asked me to look for WICD or Wicked. Should we call it Wicked? I think Wicked sounds pretty wicked. So what I've done is gone to the Control Center, System Package, Synaptic Package Manager, did a search for Wicked. Wicked sounds wicked. WICD. Search for that. Chose this one here, and then it installed a few others here and here and here and whatever. So then after that I went to Applications, Internet, Wicked Network Manager, this stuff came up here and I chose to automatically connect to this network, and voila, everything is working. So that's how I solved that problem. So I'm pretty happy to get past that problem and have a look at a few other things. So let's have a look around. Let's go back to Control. Oh, well, actually, let's have a look at themes first. There's a few themes for this. Medium's probably the best one you'd want to go for. Blue Crystal Medium. Antix Pumpkin Medium. I think the just trying to think which one. I think the Blue Crystal Medium is the default, I believe. Oh no, it's not. What was the default? Antix Blue Medium, I think. No. Alright, we'll find it. We'll just go through a few to find it. I know it was a blue, so anything with a blue. Clear View Blue Medium. That's the one. Alright, so if we right click on the desktop, we get a control center. And in the control center here we have system and package installer. So let's have a look at that. Now this package installer looks exactly like the MX package installer. So okay, no full screen. So we have quite a few things to choose from here and here. Browsers, plenty to choose from. Desktop environments, now got the same in MX. The only thing is this one has Cinnamon. MX doesn't have Cinnamon but has GNOME. So I don't know, there's no GNOME desktop in here, so that's interesting. Not sure what that's all about. Disk recovery, docs, email, Thunderbird, the latest Thunderbird. maybe Thunderbird 60. So you could pretty much make your own MX distro out of Antix by installing the desktop environment of your choice and going from there. So I might even try doing that. So it's going to install Thunderbird. There should be Thunderbird 60, I believe. Haven't tried that yet. Graphics. So as you can see, there is a lot of packages here to choose from because we are running SID, which is, I believe, the unstable. Language, we don't want to look at language. Kdenlive. Live. And I believe, now the only thing here is it doesn't show you what version these things are. But if you did want to know, you could go to the Manage Packages, which is the Synaptic Package Manager. Because we've got this open, you see. Oh yeah, because we're installing, aren't we? Yeah, that's Thunderbird 60, so that's pretty cool. The this is the what do you call it? The rox-icewm window manager. Yep, window manager. So for me, looks a bit dated, so doesn't have much bling about it. I like a little bit of bling about a desktop, but that's just the way these desktops are, these window managers. That's the way they come. So if we did a search for Kdenlive, that would probably tell us what version we're going to be installing. So there it is, 18.08. So that is the latest one, I believe, which is pretty cool. So that's one advantage of being on an unstable base, I suppose. Now I'm not sure if I'm getting the base correct, stable or unstable or whatever. Now I've watched Derek from DistroWatch do a few window managers, so I do know already that most of these window managers really don't suit me at the end of the day. They don't interest me. So so we've got network shares, configure, connect shares, share files via Drupal, session, change slim background, set screen resolution, use a desktop session. There's a whole heap of stuff in here. So you're not short of tools to get what you need done. Configure auto mounting, create live USB, image a partition, synchronize directories, partition a drive, mount connected devices. You've got hardware here, adjust mixer, the ALSA mixer, test sound, set default sound card, PC information, configure mouse and backlight brightness. Then you got your drivers, the NVIDIA drivers, MS Window wireless drivers, install restricted codecs. I haven't done that, but I haven't really had any problems with codecs yet. So we've got boot repair, edit menus, user manager, create snapshots, network troubleshooting, and manage apt repositories. So it's not short on tools to get the things done. I don't know what they all are, but definitely a heap of stuff there. So you've got a sloppy mouse focus. Sloppy mouse focus, I don't know what that's all about. Desktops, you've got other desktops. So these are the window managers I'm talking about. There's a whole heap of them there. Yeah, they just don't do anything for me, to be honest. So in here we've got the only thing I have installed that I can tell you is what I'm using now is Simple Screen Recorder. Have a look here. Standouts, Midnight Commander, very good little tool for moving things around into system files and all that if you need to, and making changes to certain files. configuration files and so forth. So that's a bit of a standout in that list, but you've got the rest of these here. You can have a quick look. It comes with xfburn, spacefm file search, search monkey, rox panel toggle, leaf pad, and I'm not sure what those other ones are, mahjong and under games, document viewer, mirage, mt paint, screenshots. So network, you got Cine. So I'm not sure whether any of these, WPA GUI, I think that's the one I'm using. I've installed Thunderbird too, haven't I? That's right. Firefox extended something release, I think it is. What's this one here? I'm pretty sure it's the same one. Yeah, it's the same one. So the GUI's down there, okay. Internet, okay, so we've got all these things here. Dillo, I don't know what that is. It's a few things I don't know what's in here. Document viewer under Office. Genie, is it? Genie or Genie? Vim document editor. Elsa Mixer, GNOME, MPV, good player. MPV media player, great player. So I'm pretty impressed with the things I got here. I think that's a music player. Streamlight, I'm not sure. Sound card chooser. SM Tube, which is pretty good. I installed simple screen recorder. Pulse audio volume control. Actually, I haven't tried that one, have I? No, I have not. So that's up to 100%. Output devices. See, that's where the problem is. That's why I'm not getting sound. Okay, I've got to do that. I didn't see that one there. That'll probably get my sound going on this laptop. So Pulse Audio, yeah. Should have been using that one. I was using the Elsa in the terminal. So Elsa Mixer, which is this one. Yeah. If you hit F6, you can get a list of what you want. So if we go for that one, you can arrow to the right, to the left, up, down, brings it down, up, takes it up, all that stuff. Mic boost, I haven't tried that one. I don't know if that works anything. It might get louder as we go. Not sure. So escape to get rid of that. And where were we up to? Sound and video, obviously. System tools. Well, we've got a mountain of stuff there. Broadcom Manager, and I won't go through them all. You just have a quick look. Pause the video or something if you need to. And one thing I noticed here is that whole window moves. That's really interesting, isn't it? So that's scrolling with the mouse. So there we have it. And preferences. We have all those there. So it's easy to pause the video and have a quick look through them if you want to. Okay, so that's the applications. We have our file manager. Now the file manager is one click. Now it does not have a trash bin or rubbish bin, nothing like that. So if you delete something, you better make sure that you definitely want to delete it, because there's no way of getting it back, that's for sure. So we can zoom in there. It doesn't zoom much anyway, does it? You can show hidden files, unshow hidden files, select all. Yep, let's unselect that. Sort by, and you can sort. Yep, sort that. I'd rather that one there. I don't know why the videos didn't move back. That's a bit weird. That's where, there we go. That's a weird one, that one. What's that, a rescan? Yep. Bookmark, so you can bookmark some of these things. You can go back to home, which is where we are, and you can go up to keep going up to get to your system folders and files. So this one is a bit of a learning curve, I must say, when it comes to the file manager, that's for sure. You can go to the menu here, or you can just right click anywhere you're there. So I suppose there's an advantage if you're up near the top there, you want the file manager terminal, it's right there, so not a problem there. So if we was to, let's just say, go to documents and let's go, can we go new blank file? There we go. Test, let's call it test and create that. Okay, so if we open if we open another file manager like so, we go, let's say we want to put that in a download, just drag and drop that over there. You can move it, you can make a link, relative link and absolute link. I don't know what the difference between those two are. Or you can copy, so you can just choose to copy. Or you can delete, and it's gone. Yes, it's gone. See you later. Never to be returned. So that's that. Now if we right click on the desktop and can we, how do we change? No, it would have been control panel, I believe. Let's have a look. Desktop, choose wallpaper, select picture, and they have, so this is what Ubuntu needs. So if Simon's watching, you need something like this. This is pretty handy. Got a nice little picture on the side there, not a problem. Well, that was some nice looking fruit there. And there we go. Oh, that's a little bit strong, isn't it? Select picture. I quite like that one anyway. You can edit the con key. So a lot of things are, you can edit the con key if you know what you're doing in there. I'm sure there's some things I may know what to do. Majority probably not. Preferred applications. All right, so we have to type it in so we can. So it actually. Oh, we don't have to type it in. We can do. Oh, we can just do that. So we can go user share applications. It already takes you there. All right, so that already does that. And just choose your Thunderbird there, and that's a done deal. Oh, that's even handier. So, okay, so we don't have to worry about doing any, writing any commands or anything, or copy and pasting. That's pretty handy anyway. Change GTK2 and icon themes. There we go. Oh yeah, so you'll notice that if you open, now if I go to my player, if I go to my videos and go to this one, which was my post-install first one, you'll see there that the MPV player has a different buttons and so forth. Window title bar is different to the rest, so that's using Arc, which is what that setting is there. I think my player has stalled for some reason. Doesn't want to stop. Close that and close that. All right, so we can choose startup services here, edit config files, so that, there we go, it's closed. So we can edit config files. Oh yeah, it's got a few set files there already that you can work with, okay. Okay, fair enough. That's an easy way of getting to your config files. As you can see, I'm probably not as comfortable in here as what I am with most of the other distros that I use. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the system and package installer and have a quick look. Oh, they got the window managers down here. Let's see what they got there. IceWM, FVWM Crystal. Okay, themes. They've got some themes there. Adapter, that's handy. Utilities, iDevice mounter. This is my, believe it or not, this is my very low spec laptop, and it seems to be running very well with this installed. That is the look around the Antix desktop. Hope you enjoyed the look around. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.